Welcome everyone to It Tastes Different Gaming, and tonight we're going to talk about forced ads right after we force you to watch this ad for our channel. Just kidding. But if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that button right now before we get into this content. All right. So I'll give you a few seconds, hit it, help us out. You know, if you're watching this much, you might as well just hit that button so you get told when we put out a new video, and hit the bell so you get told when we put out a new video. So Valve is banning games on Steam with forced ads, which is a great thing, I think. So Valve doesn't want Steam to turn into a mobile games outlet, which I don't either. I don't think any of us do, as it bans games with forced advertisements from the platform. While this won't stop product placement and similar promotions, it does mean that you won't be made to pause the action and watch an ad to keep playing. Because that's like the bane of every mobile game. That's how they make money, right? You're either buying their crap or you're watching their ad so that you can fund their whatever the hell they're doing. So as first spotted by Gaming on Linux, Valve has just updated its terms of service to reflect this, now adding restrictions on how ads in games can be implemented and how publishers can monetize their games. Now, if a game is monetized through ads, like the ones on mobile games make us sit through to keep playing or earn currency, then it cannot be released on Steam. So developers should not utilize paid advertising as a business model in their games, such as requiring players to watch or otherwise engage with advertising in order to play, or gating gameplay behind advertising. Read the updated rules on Steam. Valve explains that these elements will have to be removed before a Steam game launch is permitted, which is awesome. The rules also go further, seemingly getting rid of any loopholes. Developers should not use advertising as a way to provide value to players, such as giving players a reward for watching or engaging with advertising game. So you can't even make it optional. You can't even say, if you watch this video, I'll give you 10 premium currency. So can't do that inside the game. Obviously, they can tell you to go outside the game and link it and do it, because games still do that. I mean, that's Twitch's whole Dropbox thing, you know, their whole loot drop thing. This will likely come as a relief to many, as mobile games have a naked reputation, right, for being crammed with those kinds of ads. As the last thing anyone will want to see is this spread elsewhere. Many will make you sit through them to gain currency or lives in a game, while charging you if you want to skip them. So while microtransactions are still allowed, they cannot be incentivized through ads. Any game that goes will either have to scrap them or find another way to make us part with our cash. So I think this is a great thing, because I don't want to be forced to watch any advertisements to play a game. And that's probably the easiest way to get me to go, well, I don't want to play your game, is being forced to watch ads or interact with ads, or because that's like the scourge of the mobile gaming industry, right? They're either going to make you pay through microtransactions to buy extra lives, buy extra things in the games, or watch an ad to get the same thing. So you can watch an ad where you're forced to sit there and watch the whole thing, or you run out of lives, or you need to top up that energy level. You know, they do all that kind of crap, which I hate. And I will loathe the day this comes to PC gaming, where that's like a normal thing in PC gaming, because I can't believe it works in mobile games, because I don't know how people can stand it. Like, I see an ad and I'm like, oh my God, I got to watch this. I'm rather close the game, right? I'd rather do that. So, Shane, what do you think about the Steam's new policy, on what kind of games you're allowed to list on their platform to prevent it from becoming a mobile dumping ground?
I think it's a goddamn beautiful thing. Ban all that crap. Ban it. And they want to bitch about it, tell them to go kick rocks.
Start their own Steam service.
The gaming industry has just fallen so far down, far as a gamer like me is concerned. Constantly, continuously bombarding you with give me money, between advertisements and DLCs and loot boxes and just a cosmetic pack. It's just getting too much. If your game sucks so bad, and they typically do if they want to put an advertisement in it, maybe make a better goddamn game. Mobile games, I can't stand to see an ad in any game, but mobile games are advertisements with games in it. That's what it is. So I play one on my phone because it doesn't pop up ads. It does not. You know why? Because it's old as crap. It just happens to be playable still, and I play it because there's no ads. It gives me plenty of things to do on toilet time if I'm not reading something. I can sit there and I can play it until my legs fall asleep. Then I call my wife and ask her to help me off the toilet. Um, and that's the way a game should be. You should not have to watch a frickin' advertisement for anything. And typically it's an ad for their other goddamn games. Pardon my language. I should have said that. It's stupid that they do this because the gaming industry cannot live on the laurels of their game anymore. We did an article regarding good games are now the bad games. No, good games are still good games. You have to just make a game good. That's all you got to do. You may not appease to everybody, but a good game is still a good game. And even players who don't like that type of game that you've made can typically still say, no, it's still a good game. It's just not my kind of game. So Steam doing this is, I think, protection. I think it's protecting the gamer. I think it's protecting children. I don't think any advertisement should ever pop up in a game designed for children, like Roblox. I mean, it's bad enough they got pedophiles in there. They don't need frickin', advertisements for Tampax and Midol and, Ford F-150s and crap like that. I know it's a big stretch, but, it's just the way it is. You don't need that garbage in a game. And, but the gaming industry is not about games anymore. It's 100% profit. It's all about profit. Got to make shareholders happy. And if I got to destroy what made me a good game developer to do it to keep, to appease the stockholders, then I got to do it. So here's your Ford F-150 Tampax Midol commercial. There you go. So I think Steam doing this should be looked at by the rest of the gaming industry and say, you know what, it's not worth it because Steam is the biggest freaking platform for video games out there. I mean, they're bigger than, they got more games than Microsoft's, Nintendo, PlayStation. You can play everything on there. You can play the nasty games. You can play the biggest, greatest games. You can play pretty much any game you want. Keep advertisement off it, and that's going to be what I want from everybody else. Nick, what do you think? I mean, do you want to buy a Ford F-150, some Advil, and some Tampax?
I thought it was Midol.
I changed my mind because I can do it.
Now it's an ad for Advil. Gosh, dang it.
Yeah, I'm going to switch it over to Chevy if you keep it up.
I mean, yeah, this is good for Steam. I mean, that you guys are right when it comes to ads. I barely play mobile games, but I do have I use Zedge on my phone for wallpapers and stuff to assign because it has sometimes some cool wallpapers in there. The problem is if you don't have the paid for version, it's got ads, and I have looking at a wallpaper or looking for wallpapers on there, and then it pops an ad, and I've closed the program out. Okay, well, I'm not in the mood anymore, right? Because the ad's way too long. I'm not in the mood anymore. I'm not going to look now. I'm done. Maybe I'll come back some other time and change my wallpaper. And that's the same thing with games, mobile games. Sometimes I have played some mobile games that I've decently thought were not too bad, but once it pops that ad up and starts playing it, I'm like, I've just lost interest now. You've just completely took me out of your game. I've completely lost interest in playing it, and I'm going to go elsewhere because I just can't sit through that. I mean, even with and it's not just gaming either. There's a lot of things but I have YouTube Premium now, but I didn't used to have it before. But when I didn't have YouTube
Big
Premium,
spender.
It's part of my phone bill. When I didn't have YouTube Premium, even even if there was a creator on there I really liked and I popped their video and then an ad for YouTube played, like if especially the ones that don't have a skip button, sometimes I'd be like, I'll watch it later because I didn't want to sit through the dang ad, right? Or two ads or whatever. Or maybe I would just start watching them, get like 5 minutes in, and another ad plays. Like ads are just the detriment of anything. Like even websites. Like if a website, like sometimes like for a certain game, I'm like, oh, this is a cool website, has some cool guides on it. But then like 20 ads pop up. And again, they're things you can pretty much close right out. But so many ads pop up on some websites that I'm like, I'm done with this website, even though it might be useful for whatever game I'm doing, or like I'm maybe creating a build or something. I'm like, I'm done looking at this website because it's just too much. So, we originally, it's kind of funny how full circle we've come because, back in the day of regular television, you had ads and then you'd watch like 5 minutes of a show and then it would go to another, 20 minutes worth of ads. And moving to like from that out to cable was like, getting rid of the ads. That was originally the thing because you pay for the cable package. And then they started introducing ads into that. And then we went from that to streaming. And if you stream, you're paying for the service. So there's no ads. You're cutting the cord, and all that stuff. And now it's like, oh, everything's got ads. You got to pay the premium price if you want the no ads now, right? On like Hulu and Netflix and all these other ones, right? So it's just ridiculous how much in every aspect of our anything that we take in culturally online, it's just full of advertisements, even outside of of online, right? Like driving to the store and stuff. There's so many things advertised, billboards and signs outside or various things. Like everything's just an ad for everything else. It's insane.
Not to cut you off, but I'm going to cut you off real quick.
Don't cut me off.
Literally, I was talking.
Are you going to play an ad?
Yes.
He is a walking ad.
This ad brought to you by the Chevy Tampax. No. I was literally talking. I was talking to one of my bosses the other day. The light I was at, I was almost late for work because the light took forever. And I got to realizing, I guarantee we're going to start seeing advertisements underneath stoplights. You're going to see a Tampax Chevy S10 commercial popping up while you're sitting at the red light.
I mean, they have them at gas stations, right? You go to a lot of gas stations, they have the little TVs that play ads while you're pumping gas. Now, normally, most of the ads are for the gas station, but not always. Sometimes they do have other ads for other
products and stuff.
Go on inside, get yourself a Kit Kat.
And by the way, and while you're at it, buy a Ford F-150
Tampax.
Tampax and Advil.
Tampax light or heavy? Yeah.
You're driving a Ford. It's a heavy flow.
I mean, you're bombarded with ads. I'm waiting one day until we have the subliminal messaging ads, right? They just embed them into something and you're just like, you're playing your game and it's subliminally messaging you to buy.
Just something flashes on the screen real quick.
Like, right. You don't even realize, you're like, man, I'm craving a Mountain Dew for some reason.
Yeah. I want to do the dew.
Right. So, I mean, since we cut the cord, as they said back in the day, it seems like ads have found other ways to incorporate themselves into our lives. The whole big fiasco with Prime TV, Prime Video used to be ad free, and in the middle of the plan, they decided, hey, we're going to throw ads in there now. And if you want no ads, you pay extra. And I mean, Hulu did the same thing, right? We have Hulu. Then Hulu's like, well, we're going to up our tier, and everybody's doing that these days. Everybody's like,
Netflix,
you want the ad free?
Right? They have an ad version and a non.
They have an ad version. I thought they had like a too cheap, and I didn't remember if they had ads or not. But
I thought they had an ad version.
They have an ad version. So the ad version is now the standard version, which is still the overpriced.
I think you have to pay the $15 one for no ads, and then the higher price than that is the 4K variant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
if you want some whatever. Streams in 4K.
Right. So, I mean, everybody is throwing ads back into their shit. We cut the cord and they're like, well, if you want
we cut the cord
ads,
and then we split the cord into several cords.
Right. Yep. and then those cords just started. Then those cords just started tentacling in, so it's harder to get away from all of them, right? They're like, oh, you had this service for $8. If you want to keep it for $8, you got to cut the cord again and pay like $15.
Was it like Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street? They had the one with the girl with the phone that wrapped around, like all the
Right.
cords came and.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It's like that.
Yep. Then that's
It
what's
also
happening,
had a
right?
tongue.
So, I mean, ads are just coming back in every, I mean, dude, they're so bad. You can't even watch a YouTube video. And I understand. I mean, YouTube Premium has like, it's taunted me from afar for so long because you can't watch a 1-minute YouTube video without seeing 6 ads. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
It's great. YouTube Premium is if you watch a lot of YouTube, and I personally watch a lot of YouTube.
I do too.
I mean, my YouTube's on all the time, so
well, I listen to a lot of
having premium is a godsend. But
I listen to a lot of YouTube at work for music and stuff like that when I'm working or whatever, and it's like every freaking song there's an ad. And then if I'm watching a video, like I'll watch a podcast or something on YouTube, 30 seconds ad, 30 seconds ad, 30 second ad. And I'm like, are you kidding me? This is worse than radio. This is worse than TV ever was. You know, at least with TV, you knew in the ad, you know, they were going to commercial break and you knew you had like 2 minutes or whatever to come back. And
now
now
it's time to go pee and get your snacks.
Right. And now, but now with YouTube and all these other services, the ad just randomly pops up. In YouTube, I feel like it's every 30 seconds. And same thing with like Facebook. If you're watching Facebook, it's like every 30 seconds. I think I timed it one time watching a 45-second video. I got interrupted twice for ads. And I'm like, 45 seconds, you interrupted me to watch the ad. And what kills me is some things are like, you know, I think there's some things that should not be like have an ad. Like for example, I can't remember what I was doing. I was trying to look for a shutoff valve for something in an emergency. And I'm like, I couldn't find a video on it. I found a video on it, but it had started with a 30-second ad. I'm like, imagine if your house is flooding with water and you're like, how do I shut off the water? And you go, here's a video. Here's 2 minutes worth of fucking ads before you can see the video.
It's going to be worse, Shane, than your stoplight. You're going to call 911 in the future and they'll be like, this call is brought to you by Pepsi. If you're having a heart attack, grab yourself a Pepsi.
That's right. It'll make it all better.
They're going to bring back the Coke and a Smile ad, right? And you're going to be like, you being robbed? Have a Coke and a Smile. We'll be there in 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Ambulance is trying to give you the paddles and you have to sit through the freaking Domino's commercial.
All right.
This is why he's having the heart attack, damn it.
Don't void the Noid.
Yes.
Don't avoid the Noid.
The Noid avoids you.
Right. So, I mean, yeah, everything is becoming ad in every freaking thing. I mean, the whole point of paying for premium services was to get away from the ads. And now it's like, well, there's no difference. Let's all just go back to cable now at this point.
And
because it's costing just as much anymore with all the streaming services.
It is. I mean, how many streaming services? Because I think we all have a free streaming service from our phone. Mm-hmm. Mine's Netflix. Nick's is YouTube.
I have Disney.
Pornhub. Oh, Disney
Plus. Yeah.
So besides our free one, I pay for Crunchyroll. I pay for Disney, which comes with my Hulu bundle, and HBO Max. Now, granted, I turn HBO or Disney off for a while until they build up a series or whatnot, or if that movie just happens to be coming out, and I can spend $9 to watch it instead of buying it for $20 or whatever. That's typically what I do. But I mean, those services that have added up so much, just those alone, I could have had the best cable package ever from early 2000s or the 90s.
Because the girlfriend likes to watch TV, so we have Sling TV. Oh. So that's like $50 or whatever. And then I have Netflix, and we have Hulu. And I think, and I have Amazon Video because it comes with Amazon Prime. But and then I have Crunchyroll and High Dive because those are the two I want: is Crunchyroll and High Dive. I don't care about the other.
I have Pat's High Dive too.
Yeah. So and really, if it was just me, it would be Crunchyroll and High Dive. That'd probably be it. Maybe Netflix, occasionally, but we're the same way. Like we'll alternate between, like, sometimes we'll do Paramount. So like I like Star Trek series on Paramount, so I'll watch that, and then I'll subscribe for a month to watch that. And then same thing with like Apple TV. I like their Foundation series, and so I'll subscribe when that's all done, and we'll binge watch a month worth of stuff from that one, and then cancel it.
Yep. So. These ads are they're stupid. They're
everywhere.
They're needed for the corporations, but They do no good. I mean, have you guys ever saw an ad in your life that you went, I got to go buy that? Ever? I honestly cannot ever remember any
I'm a fat
advertisement I've
guy,
seen.
so sometimes I've seen a candy bar and I'm like, I want that one.
Okay, all right. Now I'm going to give you the candy bar because I haven't had one of those forever. I might get that.
Or you're like, ooh, look, it's the Reese's cup with peanut butter with jelly in it, and then they're disgusting, and you're like, I can't believe I fell for that ad.
Yep.
They were
I
disgusting.
have seen a few ads that I have tried products because of the ad, right? Like the Truff hot sauce.
Yeah.
Like I saw an ad for that. I think it wasn't a YouTube ad or anything. I think it was like a Facebook ad.
Yeah.
But I saw that and I was like, I want to try that because I
The
like
Japanese
truffle,
barbecue
I like hot
sauce. I
The
tried that
Japanese barbecue
on Facebook.
sauce, which now you can just buy at the store.
Walmart.
So
But-
that right there is why they do advertisements.
Yeah, they do.
If they get one in, I guess, let's say 1 in 100 people to go out and buy their Japanese barbecue bubble gum or whatever the hell it is you guys were yammering about.
Japanese barbecue sauce. You can go
Yeah,
buy it at
that-
Walmart if you want
yeah.
to try it.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
it works. The advertising does work. I mean, look at the whole.
Yeah, it works. I mean,
What's
that's why
that guy-
they do it, right?
What's that guy that makes seasoning Danos? I mean, that guy was a little
Danos,
known
yeah.
nothing a few years back, and now his stuff exploded. It's everywhere because he got endorsements of all these
Oh yeah, I got
influencers. and
Danos
stuff.
in my cabinet,
I do too.
little in my toilet. But yeah, it's
I've never had it.
I hate. Oh, really?
It's salt free.
Danos-
If you have heart conditions, it's a good alternative because it's like salt free.
You should try that, Nick.
I'll try it. I'll
Yeah.
pick some up.
But
Yeah, it's salt free.
I don't.
See, look, they just played an ad. These two
Oh,
did,
son of a!
and now I'm
bitch.
gonna go.
Now
buy
we just
Danos.
now we just stumped for Danos. Hey Dano, you
We're-
should be a
Yeah.
sponsor.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
talking your product here.
Yeah,
There's ads
we-
everywhere. We're ads.
yeah, we're ads. Even your ads have ads.
Yeah, your ads have ads with
We're all
walking
exhibit.
billboards
Yeah.
for people, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, hell, I'm wearing an advertisement for a freaking surf shop, Ron John Surf Shop. You know, I'm like, it's everywhere. It's on all our clothes and everything.
Pat
you know?
doesn't surf.
I don't
Wait
surf
a
anymore.
minute.
I used to, but no, I don't anymore.
Oh, he surfs down the
the
Danos
web.
aisle.
I surf the internet now. That's all I
He
do.
surfs. He went to a different wave.
That's right.
But yeah, I mean, everything has gone out. So I'm glad to see Steam make this deviation and say no, we're not going to be a mobile game dumping ground for this because I already feel like Steam allows way too much leeway with early access. But back in February, they kind of did put a notice out where they will now flag a developer abandoned games and give you a little notice that, hey, developer hasn't updated this game in 11 months or 12 months or something. Which I do like, but at the same time, I think that the majority of games that I ever see on Steam anymore that I'm interested in is like early access. And I'm like, no, I'll pass for now. I'd be really excited to do early access, but so gaming is kind of taking a course of direction that I'm not necessarily the biggest fan for, because I like to enjoy a game from start to finish in its entirety and play it, and if it's a replayable, I'll come back to it. But because like I'll use Subnautica for example, it's an amazing game, right? I played it in early access and was like, this is amazing. But when it came out, I'm like, man, I already saw all this. I just was lacking the story because the story components weren't in the game yet.
Yep.
And I mean, I played it a couple years after it came out. And I'm like, yeah, this was great. It was worth the wait. I should have waited. I shouldn't have played the early access. So I try to really steer clear of the early access stuff, just like I would. Now, can you imagine throwing early access stuff and then on top of that, throwing mobile games on top of that into Steam? And you're just like, the Steam page is flooded with garbage. Whoever's going to pay extra to Steam to get their stuff put to the front page, right? So
The only thing good with early access
is discounted price.
Is
usually.
the discounted price, right? If you really want the game and it's coming from a developer that is going to
support the developer early
support the game and bring it to fruition, right? It's not going to die out. The project isn't. That's the best time to buy it, even if you're not going to play it, because you usually get it for a lot cheaper than when it actually releases with 1.0, because usually it's full price at that point.
Yep. So you guys got anything else on this topic? I thought this would be kind of a quick one, but we ended up going on some other topics, but
Not for us, it's not.
all right.
Yep.
And this video has been brought to you by Ford Tampax Advil.
Yep.
Make
Scratches
sure
that
you
itch,
upgrade.
Dano's seasoning as well.
Yeah, make sure you upgrade and get the Danos package.
Mm.
All right.
Comes with your Dano's seasoning kit right in the glove box.
Right. You can cook out right in the car, just put that pot right on top of the engine.
Ooh.
right.
Mm.
Here we go. All right. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode and this giant advertisement that we called an episode. So help us out and subscribe to our channel if you're not. And I hope you enjoyed this episode and hope to catch you in the next one.
Kit Kats.